Hello friends, it is Katie from I Like to Cut and Paste, and we are on day 11 for the 14 days of Valentine cards, hosted by our lovely friend Jovi at Creating with Jovi. Thank you for this collaboration. We also have, besides me at Katie I Like to Cut and Paste, we also have Jen at Sassy Southern North Carolina Girl, My 60s Life, Marianne's Craft Corner, and Grace and Grain's Garden. And we are all bringing you guys some awesome, I think so, awesome Valentine inspiration. So today I am using the Victorian Valentine collection. Surprise! I just love it. I'm totally drawn to it. So, what I'm doing, okay, I'm using a smaller card base, which is 3.5 by 4.875, which I wrote on my little thing. That's 2 lines before 5 inches. And this came on sale. This size came from Hobby Lobby. But you could make that size, or you could go a little bit bigger. I guess you could go smaller. I don't know. This paper, oh, yes. This paper looked like this before I trimmed it down. And this came from Amazon a couple of years ago. I think my husband bought me some different packs of this. So it's ledger paper. And it comes with 2 sheets each. So I cut one down. And let's see. I did some embossing because I wanted to see. I did it twice. I can't wait to show you guys. So we're going to just put that here. All right, so there's the base. And I have this. This, like I said, this comes on this sentiment page. It comes on this page here. And I emboss the edges. Alright, and they're very similar. This one says Pumice. And the reason it says Pumice is because I use Pumice Distress embossing glaze, which is kind of translucency. And so this is this one, Pumice stone, which is, when you look at them, it seems like a tad bit more browner, maybe I would say, because this is Lost Shadow. And Lost Shadow, I love it because it's like it's clear with a tinge of grayish in it. So it's like there, but not there. And I use that one on this. And you can kind of tell at a quick glance, they look the same, and you're like, whatever. And I'm not even sure I can get it. This one's the darker one though. Just like very little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is, that's going to be the base. And I'll show you in a minute what I'm going to do. I'm just excited to show you guys because we need to. All right, so I have this stencil. And this stencil is number 19 from Tim Holtz. And it's one of, I love all my stencils, of course. But I have a few favorites, and this is up there on the favorites. You probably can kind of tell it's got a little stuff on it, but it's clean. So I'm going to do a little bit. Let's see, we're going to have it like this. Let's see, so I've got worn lipstick, and I think that the worn lipstick goes really good with those flowers in the middle. That's what I'm kind of pulling from. And let's see, so we're just going to, it doesn't completely fit, so we'll start here. We'll kind of go in. There we go, that looks cool. Like try not to move it. All right, and so we're just kind of come back in. Yeah, that just gives it, that just helps, I think, give it a little something. And let me see, let's do like that. Okay, so because this is oxide, all right, and we see the pretty, I'm going to take regular water that says H2O. I'm going to spray it on my fingertips, and then I'm going to flick it. But we want the flick underneath, like where we can see it. We can also use this. Huh. So, all right, and it will dry. But if it doesn't dry fast enough, you can always put it under a dryer, like the heat tool. Or you can take, there, and so you've made some water dots. Ooh. It's just subtle. You know, if you didn't want, you can do white paint or gesso. If we had a different color underneath, it would pull the other color. But since it's just paper, that's what we're coming out with. But I think it's so cool. And like I said, it's subtle. It's subtle. Also, since I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and, hold on a second. Go ahead. Get some more ink, and I'm just going to edge out the rest of this, just like that. Oh, yeah, that makes it kind of finished off, I think. All right, so then we have our two panels, and looking for scissors. Okay, so humus stone. That's the one we're going to use because it's just a tad bit darker, and we're going to put it. We're going to go ahead and just glue that there. And I think we can just use our little mounting squares. I hope you guys are being so inspired. I love seeing what everybody's using, and Valentine's, I think, is fun. And I think homemade Valentines are the best. But, you know, if you got to buy them, then that's okay too. But it's just kind of fun, especially January is just kind of like, so this makes it kind of like something to look forward to. All right, so we're going to center this, center that, and then, so what am I doing with this? I'm going to cut out this heart, and I'm going to pop it right there. And that's why I went ahead and did, here, one more time. I still can't tell right there, but that's okay. I can tell in person. And like I said, it's very subtle. And look, I found my cuddles. Cuddlebugs. I think they're Cuttlebug. Maybe they're EK Success. Or maybe they're bee cutters. I don't know, but I like them. And that's why I wanted to do it twice, because I knew I was going to pop it. So we're just going to trim out right along the gray. And we might edge it. I hadn't really thought about it until right now. All right, so I cut this out, and then I just took whatever was left over from the worn lipstick and just put it on, just so I wouldn't have a white edge. And then we're using up my tape. We're gonna add dimensional tape. If you did not have dimensional tape, you could stack paper for this, or craft foam. Maybe other stuff too. That's just what I think of. All right. I love me some pop dotting, huh? I call them pop dots because it used to be on a sheet, and I have somewhere like individual little dots. But this, at this moment, we're working with foam tape, I guess. Foam tape. But, so we put this here. So it looks like that. And then we've got the flowers there. So I wanted something kind of not very loud. You know what I mean? Like, so I love this. But since my card is small, I'm going to put that off to the side. I'm sure I'll use it later. And then I have this Simple Stories. Let's play. How old is this? 2014. Yeah, so, look at that, like, all right, so let's do, I like this Happy Valentine's. It seems to kind of go with our color scheme here. I think it would be perfect there, but do we need something else before I stick it down? Looking. I put a sentiment on kind of like ribbony fabric earlier. Oh, I have an idea. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, what about just a little bit of tulle, and then that'll give it a little bit of extra sparkle. Let's see. They have tulle, you guys, with like stars in them. If you know where to get that, you just drop me a line below. Because I look and I haven't seen any. But I've seen people use it. I don't know why I don't ask them, but I haven't. All right, so let's see. So we do like this. Yeah, I think it just gives a little, and I'm going to double it up. So we're cutting it. Just kind of trim it. You know what else would have worked too? Oh, maybe like a muslin. Oh, I don't know though. That might. Oh, no. We're going to go with this because I think I need to ink that up. So I'm just going to. And I like to use tulle. I don't use it very often, and I need to, you know. Trying to use up our stuff. So we go get some more stuff. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that just gives it a nice little, and then that's shiny and that's shiny. Okay, the fabric tack is what I'm going to use. Oh. All right, so I'm just going to make a little line here. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, what do you guys think? Yeah. And I think that's it for today. So a sticker. But if you had a stamp that was about that size, I think you could do that. And then, you know how I am. You know, it's Valentine's Day and I like to sparkle. So we'll get out our white Blizzard again. And that's glitter, basically like a glitter glue. This is Nuvo Glitter Drops. And I think I will just go around here. Yeah. And then that way there's just sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And I think it'll help make it look like it's a little dimensional too. Yay! All right, friends. Oh, so sweet. So be sure to go check out Jovi, and her shop is going to be listed below. Thank you, Jovi, for this awesome collab. Also, make sure you go see the other ladies who are participating and go be inspired. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.